Hello and welcome to the final game of Week 8 of the Super Sluggers Association, a match between the Harrison Mariners and the Hannah Spitballs. This is going to be Hannah's biggest test of the season thus far. Both teams sit at 3 and 2. Of course, Harrison in the relatively weak West, so he sits at first in his division. Hannah 3 and 2 sits at second in the East. She's just a game ahead of Alex for that final spot in the East. And like I said, this Hannah's biggest test of the season. If she wants to prove herself to be one of the top teams in the league, she'll have to pull this one out over a tough Mariners squad. Daisy gonna get an early double there. Pitching for the Spitballs, Blue Pianta. Blue Pianta, an 11.93 ERA. 14 innings pitched through 5 games played. He needs to be a little better if Hannah wants to pull this one out. But Tweety Bird going to be in the 2 hole for Harrison, batting just .259, 3 doubles on the season. Potentially in the running for least valuable player, but it's going to be an early 1 run here for Harrison before a single out is drawn. So scary as ever, a starred Bowser. Now he does only have 5 home runs in his 5 games played this season, but I wouldn't want to be in this position. Yeah. So 4 batters, 4 runs for Harrison. But of course, this not unfamiliar grounds for Hannah, as she gave up 13 to Taylor just in week 6, her last game, and still won by 15. Now, do you remember what stadium that game was played on? We'll figure it out. So the leader of the Exciting Whites, Blooper, going to get that ball past Blue Critter, who doesn't dive for the relatively easy ball. And it'll be Hank Hill. Blue Pianta already tired. Triple play there for Hank Hill. He was batting .450 going into that moment. He actually has 2 home runs on the year, which is tied for the second most on the Mariners team. So after a rough top of the first, Wiggler received in the trade with Justin. He was an all-star for the Spitballs. Going to ground out there. He's batting .710 this season. Mario starting for the Mariners, I believe his second start of the season, 16.88 ERA in 8 innings pitched. So obviously he needs to be better as well. Blue Critter sends that deep, and Blooper is extremely fast. I am amazed that he got to that ball. That is faster than I've seen Yoshi run. That was incredible. That Green Noki ball caught. Green Noki batting .357. Nice grab from Minion. I was really worried about that train, but Daisy does not hit a home run there. Two leadoff singles for Minion and Blue Pianta. Minion, one of Hannah's 3 All-Stars. And that's going to be a run scored. Cookie Monster with the RBI. Of course, Minion joining Wiggler and Blue Critter. So, with runners on the corners, I believe it's going to be Magikoopa. Sorry, runners on first and second, it's going to be Magikoopa. Pops up the middle. That's a double play. Magikoopa was batting .640, so a surprising mishit from him. And that going to be a line out as well. So Hannah finally responds here in the second, but it is just one. How's going to use his star to counter the star there? Blue Critter unable to grab it, and Tweety Bird going to go all the way home. It's 5-1 Mariners. That's a Blue Critter error, that devastating, and the bases are now loaded again. Can reigning DPOY Blooper make a play? And he can! That goes all the way. Bowser gonna get ran down. He's tossed out. So Blooper will score 1 with that single, but Bowser thrown out. Off single there for Blue Shy Guy, who's batting .391. And now All-Star Wiggler. It's been a quiet game for Hannah so far here in the bottom of the third. Can she put a run together? Waluigi tries to go deep for the fence. That's not really his game, and as a result, he's going to fly out to Hank Hill. And Blue Shy Guy, for some reason, thinks about going. That's a double play. Not ideal, but a starred blue critter could take advantage of this if the train gets in the way, but it won't, and that warning track power is going to bite him. Rinogi gonna ground out to the third baseman there. And Waluigi's coming to pitch for Blue Pianta, a 10.13 ERA. He's having a decent couple of innings here. This thing for Blue Pianta. We'll bring up Cookie Monster, who had a rough start to the season, but is beginning to turn it around here. He's up to batting .308, and we'll find a gap there. So with one out, runners on first and second, Hannah needs to avoid hitting into a double play once again, and it will be the person who hit it into it last time, Magikoopa, who seems to do it again. Unfortunate for her. Oh, that ball from Yellow Magikoopa goes right over the foul pole, but apparently not right over enough. I was holding my breath. So, Magikoopa into pitch. That Hannah's third pitcher. Remind me, Hannah, you only have 3 pitchers, don't you? Lupianta, Waluigi, Magikoopa. That will be interesting going into the back half of this game as power hitting Bowser and potentially Mario might look to take advantage of a maybe depleted outfield. Einstein hits a ball deep. And with the train, no one there to make the grab. And that's going to make it 7-1 Harrison. So Hank Hill's going to find a gap up the middle. And things starting to go poorly very fast here for Hannah. Those 4 runs in the first did not help. Like, I need to get some quick, easy outs here. Left center field, no one's going to be there to make the catch. Hank Hill rounding second, going to third. A single for Mario, who's batting surprisingly quiet, to be honest, 750. I don't believe he received a single All-Star vote, probably because of his poor pitching performances. But 750 again, nothing to squeeze at, nothing to sneeze at. The all-time record sits at 774. 750 would put you at second all-time. So a chance here for the 2, 3, 4 spots for Hannah. Down 6 with the captain Waluigi full stars. Mario still pitching, having a good day, improving upon his ERA here. Against the power bat threat, can use the star pitch. He only had one of them. Blue Critter, 4 home runs on the season. He does lead the Spitballs. 8 for the entire team. The other 2 belonging to, surprisingly, Minion and Cookie Monster. Part of the reason why Minion was an all-star, batting .520. Blue Pianta gonna rear back, hit that to right field. Is there time? There is. So Hank Hill saves the 2 runs, and the exciting Whites go to work. A Daisy star hit's going to result in a single there, and no flying characters for Hannah's team. That could be dangerous. Foul ball. Nice dive from Waluigi there, turning 2. Yellow Magic Koopa, 1 of 3 All-Stars for Harrison, Daisy and Bowser being the other 2. Still 7-1. Einstein, who had the home run earlier in this game, looking to expand the lead. Blue Critter's going to make another error.
What up, my sluggers? I'm back again.
And that will make it 8-1 Harrison. Blooper going to ground out to Waluigi, who makes all 3 outs this inning, but another run scores. And Hannah, just 1 game removed from scoring 28 runs, has 1 through 7 innings. A surprising lack of hits from her team today. And a good hit from Magikoopa there to kick off the potential scoring. Sands up to bat. He has been quiet. And we'll hit into a double play there, batting .412 going into this game. No extra base hits this season. And we're through 7. And Harrison has completely shut out the Spitball offense. Two outs. Green Noki up to bat. A potentially tired for quite a while Magikoopa has been pitching well and for quite some time, though that will end here. It's going to be Cookie Monster. How does that affect the outfield? It does mean that there will be no chemistry in right field. Alright, so here in the 8th, Bowser's going to make an error to start the inning. Will be Wiggler now. Wiggler, top of the lineup. Is going to use a star as well. This could be good, could be bad. We got to see. It's going to be a double for Wiggler. So a fortunate turn of events there will bring up Waluigi. Waluigi doesn't have a home run yet this season. Had one last season, I believe, on this very field. Will slap. Bowser. Oh no! Commits the throwing error! So it's an out for Waluigi, but the throwing error from Bowser means that the runners will advance and one will score. Now a starred blue critter with a chance here to bring home another. He'll send it back to left field. It's almost in the train. Nearly a home run. Wiggler doesn't run. Now Minion, All-Star. Horrible mistake on the last play by Wiggler not to go for it, and as a result, Hannah only scores 1. Another Bowser home run. Make it 9-2. putting a little bit into the retirement nest egg there. It has been an altogether good game for the Harrison Mariners. They have played offense, they've played defense, they've pitched. Um, they've done everything perfect. Um, and it's going to take a huge run here from the Spitballs to challenge that. Especially with either Bowser or Daisy potentially being the next pitcher, both of them known for getting good outs by their star pitch. So it's not over yet, but it would be a bit of a miracle. Now Cookie Monster. Going to bunt, that's not what you want to see. Bad contact, but the shell means it's going to be a single. I can't believe that missed Blue Pianta, but it does. So, a little bit of life here from the Spitballs as Magic Koopa comes up to the plate. Gonna rear back and hit right to the left fielder. One out. Sands. Gotta avoid any double play balls here. And that just over the head of Yellow Pianta. Bases are gonna be loaded for Blue Shy Guy. A 391 hitter. This the biggest obstacle between getting back to Critter likely. But that star hit is going to be an RBI single. Cookie Monster, why are you going? Cookie Monster going to be thrown out at home. A terrible decision to go for it there.
Cookie Monster, oh my gosh. Terrible base running mistake.
It looks like Hannah had life finally, but Cookie Monster makes a horrible mistake. Wheeler going to rear back and try and score the game winner himself. The train needs to come faster. It does! The train's going to save Hannah. It's going to be 9-5.
Is this the last game tonight?
This is the last game tonight.
Everybody left. There's nobody left.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Hannah and Logan left. All right, so it's gonna be Bowser, probably who you want to have in. Now he does have a 13.96 ERA, but only 8 innings pitched. Waluigi gonna use his star hit. Gonna be a single from him. So a chance to cut it to 1 here, Blue Critter.
Warning track power incoming.
Gonna use a star. That foul, unfortunate. Gonna send that back to the warning track. Where's the train? Where's the train? The boo, not gonna be
Like
enough.
said,
that's the
warning
game.
track power.
Hannah very nearly pulls it back, but it's gonna be 9-5 Mariners. Had to sweat that one out. The butthole puckered there, Harrison. Oh, I was very thankful for all you guys to be here, and I will see you in week 9 next week. Have a happy Easter.